colleagues, welcome back to Friday 5 in 5. Let's dive straight in. The first thing I'm going to look at again is loop components. I can't remember if I told you about loop components. I think I may have. One of the things that I'm finding useful in my teaching is using loop components in OneNote or anywhere else to actually hide the answers. So here I've got some questions. It's a loop component in a OneNote page, and the students will put their answers here, their name and then their answers, and I can show the answers here. Look, you can actually hide a column, and let me click on here, look, and there are the model answers. So it's just a nice way for you to be able to show and hide things within loop components. My second thing, if I go onto here and tick this off, one of the AI tools that we are leaning into is something called Diffit, and they've just had a recent update which I want to share with you. So if you've created any resources, here's one I created about why is the sky blue. What will happen now is that when you create a resource, you can show the sources that are associated to that particular resource, and then you can regenerate. Maybe you don't want those particular sources or it to go off and find those things, and then you can regenerate the resource based upon that. Some developments that's occurring in that particular area, and it's nice to see a number of people that are actually creating resources. Let me just filter by. So we've got 395 resources, and these people here starting to create resources. So please just keep on experimenting with Diffit. Next, I want to talk a little bit about quite often when I'm walking around campus, I see laptops open, walking past offices or classrooms and things. And from a data protection side of things, because sometimes there's sensitive information on our screens, I recommend you use Windows L to lock your screen if you're leaving your classroom or your office for any amount of time, or you can actually set up a screensaver. Do you remember the traditional sort of like Windows 95 screensavers? Well, you could do the same thing in here. Click the Windows button and then type in screensaver, and you can switch it on. Mine is set for 2 minutes. So if I've not touched the screen or the keyboard or the mouse after 2 minutes, then the screensaver comes in. And what's nice is that you can do this, look, on resume, display the log on screen. So effectively you're using the screensaver to lock the computer. And then when you, if you've got the Face ID sort of set up to log in, as soon as you look at the computer, it opens. Please do that from a data protection side of things. Do not leave any device logged in without you being there. All right. Next, I'm just going to look at Copilot. I've been using Copilot on my phone. It's a free app. You could use ChatGPT as well for version 3.5, but Copilot you can download and you can sign in using a Microsoft account. I've signed in using a personal Microsoft account. I've not actually tried it with a partner account. When you log in, you can then switch this button here, look, ChatGPT 4, and you can start conversing with it. So for example, I'm going to press the microphone button here and I'm going to say, let me just go back to screen again. It popped off for a second, and I was just recording all of the stuff that I've just said, so I'm actually going to delete that and connect back to my screen. Here we go, look, screensaver. Let me just connect. There we go. And go back to ChatGPT 4 and click on this. Are you familiar with the work of Jim Knight, instructional coaching? And let that go off and find out about Jim Knight, and hopefully it will say it is familiar with the work of Jim Knight, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually ask it to have a coaching conversation with me so that you can sort of see the power of this. So I'm just going to click stop responding. Great. I would like you to have a coaching conversation with me regarding a particular issue that I have with a colleague. And then let's see. Now this is talking to me, but you can't hear it talking to me because I've got my headphones on. Okay, and I could potentially use it for a coaching conversation. So
Tell me a bit more about the issue you're facing with your colleague.
I'm just going to click stop there. Yeah, I think that's 5. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.